TJ, also known as GFan84, and today I am bringing you a video on one of my favorite FPS games, Titanfall 2. And during this live stream, I'm going to be playing the campaign, and I'm also going to give some tidbits on like the lore and how Titanfall actually, in the realm of the actual game, what Titanfall is, and what the factions are and how all of this plays out. So, without further ado, I'm going to start a new game. Now, during the cutscenes, I'm not going to speak, but once the cutscenes are over, then I'll start chatting up about the lore. But enjoy the video.
Of all the things I've seen on the battlefields of the frontier, the pilot is the true dominant force. Fast and agile. Graceful, yet devastating. Perceptive. Resourceful. And relentless. A pilot sees the world differently. Sheer walls become flanking routes. Pilots fight differently. Experienced in deception and maneuver, even overwhelming odds shift in their favor. But what truly separates the pilot from all the grunts and machines of the battlefield is the bond between a pilot and a Titan. When linked to a Titan, a pilot can only be stopped by overwhelming force, or an equal. The frontier has been the only home I've ever known. For years, our lands have been destroyed by the IMC, forcefully taking our resources, polluting and destroying our planets, and killing us off if we try to resist. Despite recent victories at Demeter and beyond, we have a long way to go before the IMC is defeated. Now, I serve as a rifleman in the militia, fighting to free the frontier. I'm a long way from becoming a pilot. But when that day comes, I hope I can live up to the honor.
Yeah, this is a very cool game. Soul Assassin, thank you for coming on watch me play. What I'm going to do is, during the cutscenes, I'm not really going to talk, but during the gameplay, I'm going to pretty much just talk about what the factions are, the lore of Titanfall, and how it's actually a pretty cool, very cool game.
Here we go, Rifleman Cooper. Oh, hell. Ship must have power cycled the sim pod since last time. We'll have to recalibrate it. Does that feel right to you, Cooper? All right, we're good to go. Let's see how much you remember from last time. Setting the neural link. Not quite the same as a Titan link, but it's similar. To learn new skills, we need to be in the right state of mind. Ah, much better. Technically, I'm not supposed to be training you, but in you I see potential. Besides, we're at war. Who's got time for classes, eh? Here you go, up and over.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, to give you guys, you know, a bit of context, what Titanfall is. Titanfall is like an interstellar space game where you, the player, play as a pilot, and as a pilot you have a lot of abilities such as jumping, running, and also wall running. It's very unique way of moving in an FPS game. It's actually a lot of fun. But to give a bit more of the lore, what happens is there's two factions in this game: the IMC, which is the Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation, and the Frontier Militia. So to give a bit more context, the Frontier Militia is essentially kind of like the rebels, and the IMC is essentially like an empire, but they're actually a corporation. So during this time period, the IMC decided to, venture off in space, start colonizing worlds, and, make sure that, to secure profits more than anything else. Well, unfortunately, though, the robust, colony life really wasn't getting anybody anywhere. They weren't making any money. And because of this, the IMC essentially left the colonies to their own devices, because they had more issues with core worlds that they had to actually go and take care of. Now, they return about, a decade or two later. They return, and they realize that the colony wasn't just thriving, but these colonies also found major resources. Immediately, the IMC then decides to
isn't it?
Enact
Inspired by my home planet of Harmony. This is where I grew up. This is what we're fighting for, Cooper. A world that's not metal and smoke. The freedom to live in peace and prosperity.
So yeah, essentially what it is then, once the IMC, yeah, kind of like Killzone games. Essentially like what happens then, the IMC then comes back, imposes its law, saying that, they're the rightful owners of these colonies. Well, diplomatic relations, go bust, and eventually come the Titan Wars. Now, the Titan Wars, pretty much, the IMC, has these Titans. Titans can be used for agricultural purposes, or they can be used for war. Essentially, during the Titan Wars, the IMC crushes the militia, and thus the first game takes place after the Titan Wars. And after the Titan Wars,
follow the ghost.
Come the Frontier Wars.
We've retaken over a quarter of Frontier space since the Battle of Demeter. Militia's better organized now. More people join every day to fight the IMC. People like you. We used to just run and hide from them. But now, we chase them.
So essentially what he's talking about is the Frontier Wars, which is the first game. And that's where essentially what happens is the militia win a major victory. And now the IMC forces are trapped without reinforcements from the core worlds, but they are still a major threat and very organized. And the militia themselves have become more organized as well, and have become a major fighting force in Titanfall 2.
Combat, things never go as you expect. You must be ready to use any weapon you can find on the field. These are just a few of the weapons I've come across out there. Time to hit the range.
Alright, so essentially, that's where we are now, is right after Demeter, in which the supply lines have been destroyed for the IMC, and
load your weapon.
This is where it takes place.
Get more precision. Aim down the sights of your weapon. Gotta take them all out before we can move on. Practice more if you want, then head to the gauntlet.
So, yeah, this game's a lot of fun. I love the movement in it. It's, you know,
Alright, got a new
like
gauntlet
perfection.
for you today. Hard time is 2 minutes. Gotta do better than that to continue. Follow the ghost, you'll find your own path.
Alright. So this is the...
Pilots have to strike a balance in combat. Speed is paramount, but you must also hit your targets. The gauntlet is where we practice those skills until they're second nature.
Yeah. I messed that one up.
Nice run. See the results board on the wall? You set a new best time. Everyone has different strengths and weaknesses, so be sure to run this a few times with different weapons. Look at the results board for more tips on how to improve.
No, I did not find all of the
Now
hidden
that you're
items in the
warmed
game.
up, if you want a real challenge, you can race against other pilot ghosts. Word of warning though, the pilots who recorded these ghosts are the best in the SRS. If you can beat them, you'll be on your way to being a real pilot. Go ahead and run the gauntlet as much as you want. When you're done, I've got something special to show you.
Yeah, the assault rifle is really good too, yeah.
All done with the gauntlet?
I'm ready to see what's next.
Good. You're gonna like this. It's time you learn the other half of being a pilot. The Titan. Let's go call one in.
Aren't pilots the only ones allowed to do that?
It's only a simulation, Rifleman. It's not the real thing. But first, we're gonna need a little more space. That's my partner, BT. He's a Vanguard class. Homegrown militia technology. First Titan chassis we designed ourselves. One we didn't have to steal from the IMC. Go ahead, Rifleman. Call on your first Titan. Look up into the sky. There he is. All right, Rifleman. Sounds like it's about to hit the fan. I'm pulling you out.
Powering down all non-essential systems.
Cooper, ready up. Easy, Cole. He just left VR. He needs a minute to decompress. He'll be ready to go. Trust me.
All
Yes,
personnel
sir.
to battle stations. This is not a blip.
Heads up. They're killing us. Trying to, anyway. Good session in there. You'll get the hang of it someday. We'll make a pilot out of you yet, Rifleman. But not today. No time.
Lastimosa.
Anderson,
You son of a bitch. See you down there.
we're going to see a new planet today. Maybe even die on it. See you down there, Rifleman. Good luck.
Get your ass out of the sim pod, Cooper. Meet at the dropship.
Alrighty, so, as it said in the video, we're now getting into campaign. The Titans and the pilots are linked together. They're a very unique fighting force, and above the rank of file regular grunt soldiers. Yeah, it is very short, but it is very entertaining. I love that it has actual boss battles as well. It's pretty neat. You know, it's a nice throwback to the older games.
of anti-orbital defenses. None of it was on the decompression on deck 5 through 9. All hands abandon ship. All hands abandon ship. Get to the lifeboat! We're going down! We're going down! This is the MCS James McAllen. We are going down. I repeat, we are going down. You're jamming us hard. We're not getting through.
Yeah, I would like to do more lore.
8 lifeboat. Activated. Occupant, militia rifleman, class 3, Jack Cooper. Stabilize. 250 milligrams of sense fentanyl administered. Caution. Temporary side effects. Nausea, dizziness, impaired motor force.
We got more IMC structures. Are we near the drop zone? I can't see anything.
So yeah, essentially, both sides have these things called specters, and they're like robots trying to kill.
This is Captain Lastimosa. I got a fix on your location. On my way.
IMC Titan acquired.
Cooper, you're in bad shape. Hold on. This might knock you out, but you should be okay when you wake up.
Lastimosa, hostile Titans inbound. Apex Predators.
Copy that, BT. Mercenaries. Stay down, Cooper. BT, let's go.
We have 18 hours. 18 hours until the Ark is sealed and ready for delivery.
Yes, yes.
Oi, Richter!
They
Leave the corpses alone, you
respawn.
sick
Yes.
bastard. We've got a job to do, eh? We make corpses, we don't clean them up. Let's go!
Yeah, Respawn made this game, made Apex Predator, Apex Legends, and also the Fallen Jedi Fallen Order. Now, interestingly enough, after this game was made, Respawn was acquired by EA as one of their companies. So, yeah, take that for what you will.
BT, transfer authorization to new pilot. Link. Bravo Tango 7274. Cooper, take my Titan. Use my helmet and my jump kit. This is the real thing. Take care of him.
Yeah, love-hate relationship, pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, essentially, give them a bit more background as far as this game being made. So with Titanfall 2, obviously the first Titanfall, it was actually a multiplayer only game, the first Titanfall, and it was exclusive to the Xbox One, Xbox 360. Now that being said, according to the devs, they didn't want it to be an exclusive title, but somehow it became an exclusive title. So Titanfall 2 was meant for all platforms, and thus PS4 and obviously Xbox and PC both got it. Now, there's been some controversy about this game, mainly because this game is actually a very good game, and it's actually done very well, but unfortunately, this was actually thrown in between two big game releases, which was Modern Warfare, well, a Call of Duty game, and a Battlefield game. So it was stuck right between the two, and many people have come to believe that because of this, EA on purpose wanted this to fail. But whether that's true or not, I'm not sure, but evidence kind of suggests something similar to that. Because right after this game, they acquired they did acquire Respawn, so you know,
This is Captain
don't
Cole
know.
of the 3rd Militia Grenadiers, Danny Militia Command. We're relocating to the IM.
But yeah, one of the really highlights of this, and I just died. One of the really big highlights of this game is the fact of the movement.
I'm offering you a brief amnesty. Surrender yourself to an IMC officer or force. If you refuse, you will be eliminated.
The movement is like very fluid, wall running, jumping, then sliding. It's really good. Yeah, I'm hoping there will be two, but we'll have to see. Like I said, it didn't do that well, even though critics and other gamers alike said that it was one of the best FPS games that had come up for a while. So
I don't care who's giving the orders. Blitz's getting his mercs, General Marder. Us grunts get paid the same either way. All that matters is that thing in the mountains goes online as scheduled.
You think it's true? What the Texas saying about it?
Do I look like a bloody anorak to you, mate? But if it is true, then we're gonna have a very bad day.
Many militia forces in the region.
bye. I don't know, just fun.
Surrender immediately. Not
It's kind of fun,
lethal force.
you know, punching grunts, you know, over the waterway there. Cruel but fun.
I have no eyes on it.
Visual! Anyone have visual?
Negative, no visual, 10-0.
Didn't see him there. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun game. Easy to get lost some levels, yeah. It can be. I haven't played the campaign for, like, a long time, so... You know, it's like riding a bike. Once you get used to it, you know, it's not so bad. I would get sniper rifles. Alright, those guys will take care of it. Alright, so what I'm trying to do here is find the battery for the
remind
BP.
you that you are on the planet Titan. This is an IMC-controlled planet, but there are many wild creatures.
Yeah, giant robot on a bike. That's true. I like the way you think.
As individuals, the IMC might be able to lead us wrong. That's what they've been trying to do. All hands. David Talon has been sent to take down IMC facility on the planet Titan.
Vanguard-class Titan.
These things are rare. We should sell it.
No bloody way. Those weren't Blisk's orders.
That's scared.
Didn't hear. Held too long.
Vanguard-class Titan.
These things are rare. We should sell it.
No bloody way. Those weren't Blisk's orders.
That guy doesn't scare.
Power low. Insufficient power. Power low. Insufficient power. Power at 2/3. Data core reinitialized. Ocular system online. Adjusting focus. Are you all right, pilot?
I think so. Wait, did you just call me pilot?
Yes. The late Captain Lastimosa gave you the provisional rank of acting pilot. Congratulations on your promotion. You may call me BT.
BT. Got it.
My systems are rebooting, but a third battery will accelerate the process. I will remain here.
Alright, time for the second battery here.
Until I am mobile, I will assist you through your helmet radio when possible.
To all militia personnel, the IMC will grant safe passage back to the Angel City Penitentiary. To all who surrender, be wise to turn yourselves in to any IMC search teams that meet you.
Pilot, I advise against turning yourself over to the IMC. Voice pattern analysis indicates they are lying.
But don't worry, BT. I'm not going anywhere.
Understood, but I do recommend you move. IMC salvage teams are not far away.
I mean, I'm not leaving you.
It is a common requirement for pilots to maneuver in situations without a linked Titan.
IMC. He's in charge of these Apex predators. Top shelf mercenaries.
Watch yourself!
Pilot, my mapping systems have been restored. The ambush of the 9th Militia Fleet has landed us far off course from our original destination. We are located in hostile territory. Be careful, we cannot stay here long.
How long did you serve with Lastimosa?
Captain Lastimosa linked with me 973 days ago.
Yeah, better than BB-8.
Sorry. You guys must have been close.
He was an excellent pilot, and a good friend.
We know there are militia survivors out there. We'll find you and track you down one by one. I ask you to come out of hiding while you still can. We have IMC search teams everywhere. If you resist capture, you will be branded as an outlaw. We'll have no choice but to kill you.
Wrong button.
We got movement! Watch your side!
So yeah, there's a lot of grunts, and yeah, they're pretty useless, but in a fun way.
Pilot, your suit has an emergency cloaking ability. This can help you survive dangerous situations.
here.
We're not going to hide.
Bullet sponges. Yep, pretty much. That's what they are. Just something to shoot at, pretty much.
BT, who is this voice?
This is the commander of the Marauder Corps, a section of the Militia's Special Recon Squadron, or SRS. Her name is Sarah Briggs.
BT, is there anyone alive on this ship?
No. Scans do not detect any life signs within the NCS James McAllen, but 90% of the lifeboats have been ejected. There is still hope.
Restore their hope and their resolve. To fight shoulder to shoulder, so that we may all enjoy a life on the frontier, free of oppression. All together. Our very freedom is tested.
Alright, that's that.
Trying to salvage King Gamma. There's a Vanguard party hiding in the wreckage of the piano.
To all militia survivors, it would be in your best interest to turn yourselves in. Surely you would agree.
Pilot, our location has been compromised.
Rather than a roaming prowler in the woods.
Those drones are IMC scouts. Enemy reinforcements will be on their way. We must complete the Neuralink immediately. Please install the final battery. Power at full capacity. Pilot, we must establish a Neuralink in order to proceed. Please embark when ready.
It's never in our best interest. Yeah. I like it.
Protocol
Something
1,
to shoot at.
link to pilot. Establishing Neuralink. Neuralink established. Rifleman Jack Cooper, you are now confirmed as acting pilot of BT-7274. Protocol 2, uphold the mission. Our orders are to resume Special Operation 217. Rendezvous with Major Anderson of the SRS. I'm detecting incoming enemy forces. Protocol 3, protect the pilot. Reinitializing critical systems. Vortex shield online. The Vortex shield catches incoming rounds and missiles. Release the button to launch any captured objects back at the enemy. Pilot, the Acolyte pod is online. This shoulder-mounted rocket pod will lock onto multiple enemy targets. The longer you hold down the button, the more locks you will achieve. Neuralink complete. Primary weapon control and motion link re-established. Pilot, enemy Titanfall detected. We will have to fight our way to safety. Get ready.
You sure about this?
Yes, trust me.
Now here's where the fun.
Militia plate spotted, chassis number BT-7274. Taking fire.
combat effectiveness rating has increased. Pilot, I detect more IMC salvage teams on the way. Our only chance of survival, hold our mission. Marking your HUD.
All right.
Must move quickly.
Okay, so that's the end of the first chapter. This stream here, and I will come back a bit later and play the rest of it. Or if you want me to play Ark, I'll leave that up to you guys. If you want to vote whether I play Ark or more of this. But I have one last announcement before I leave. I recently got the job offer to become a truck driver. And so I need my CDL license to do that, and I've been studying a lot to for the permit. So I'm really not going to be posting that much, and then if I do get this job, I'll be gone for 12 days for training. And then the way it works is I'll be actually on the road for like 3 weeks straight, and then be off for 3 weeks. So if you guys don't hear from me or see from me, that's why. But I just wanted to give you all a heads up, and I thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you, Soul Assassin, for coming. I really, really appreciate it, and it's been a blast. Thank you.